Good morning, colleagues. Let me first acknowledge your presence today at this media briefing that will be addressed by the Executive Mayor of Matjhabeng Local Municipality, Councillor Thandukolo Kalipa. But first and foremost, I wish to welcome everyone. I've taken note that we do have Batu Free State. Yabatu Free State is here. We do have Vic View is here. Anumi Visuals is also here. We have Sasela TV is also here. We also take a note of the Free State. Sun is also here. And the group Ground Up is also here, including the Joliputwa TV. Others will continue to join us as we proceed with the media briefing. And also, I've taken note that we are joined today by two lecturers from the Welcome TVET Goldfields College, who are also going to see how do we do our things, especially when we deal with issues of media and communication. My name is Tidiso Tladi. I'm the spokesperson for the Executive Mayor of Matjhabeng Local Municipality. So I'm welcoming each and everyone who's here today to listen to the update, the current development of the municipality, the milestones, the challenges, and everything that has to inform the Matjhabeng Local Municipality and its residents. We are joined today by the Executive Director, Acting Executive Director, Mr. Selonaniso, responsible for strategic, and also will be joined by the Executive Mayor, who will be addressing the media briefing today. So you will be given an opportunity to raise questions, and we'll also give you the status report so that when you go back and work around the developments of today, you know where to refer to. So without further wasting time, I've welcomed you all, and I wish to welcome the Executive Mayor of Matjhabeng to come and give you official address of this media briefing.
No, good morning, Dade Sidiso and Acting Director of Strategic Support, Mr. Silonaniso, and our media. And I thought Sidiso will start by apologizing. I mean, it's decent to apologize for starting late. We've been ready on time, waiting until we're called that we must come and present this just developments since the past 2 weeks in Matjhabeng. We will start with those issues, indicate why we call this press conference. This press conference is called on the basis of that in the last council meeting, the council took a decision that we must now inform our people about challenges that we are facing, including progress that we have done, which is we've been updating our people in all these press conferences. The first one that we have been having challenges of a number of service providers who have taken us to court, claiming that we are owing them an amount of about 750 million. So it's what has been claimed. So we've been in court on those claims. And the delegation, which is in any council, the first council meeting in 2021, the council delegated to the executive mayor and the municipal manager to defend any other matters on behalf of council. But there was a loophole that every time there's a matter, we must call a council meeting if we want to defend any matter in court. So the council then was convened, a special council meeting, which is that council meeting corrected that error, that you don't need to go to council if there is any other matter. All what is expected is for the executive mayor in the next council meeting, every council meeting, the mayor is able to update the council on the delegation. So that is what's going to happen. So that matter has been corrected by council. So as we indicated that these people are claiming, these service providers are claiming that we are owing them 750 million. I'm sure you remember that we informed the public that in the last 5 years, from 2016 to 2021, October, immediately after the election, in that 5 years, the municipality spent more than 2.8 billion to service providers. And this is the money that was paid to these service providers for the last 5 years. In 2018 to 2021, in fact from 2016 to 2021, like I've indicated, that Matjhabeng spent 2.8 billion to service providers. But from 2018 to 2021, more than 250 service providers, the Matjhabeng was able to enter to contract with those service providers. But from 2016 to 2018, there were only 35 contracts that we have as a municipality. But 2018 to 2021, they moved from 35 to 250 service providers. Now logic will then tell you that there was something wrong. 2016 to 2018, only 35 contracts. 2018, 2021, 250 that the municipality entered to contracts. Now, these service providers, majority of contracts are all deviation, I'm not sure whether you understand what is called deviation. Means that there were no proper tendering process. Section 32, if I'm correct, Georgia 32 or 36, I think they will check on the Finance Management Act. You deviate when there's an emergency. Means that when there's a disaster, then you need to deviate. You can't follow the process of tendering. Because if you follow that process, you will not be able to fix the disaster. I mean, if the pipe burst in the evening and you must tender for that, by 30 days, you will not be able to fix that pipe burst. Now, so, like I've indicated, 80% of them deviation. Now, the question that you must ask, what will be the deviation for a grass cutting? What will be a deviation for meter readings, street lights? Why there must be a deviation to fix a street light? Because, I mean, you can follow due processes, invite people to tender, and then you appoint the best. But all these matters, all these issues, they were not followed. So it's one of the reasons why we are saying there must be value for money. Explain why we must pay you. You know, to explain why I must pay you. So you can't say, no, we must pay you without money for value for money. We can't do that. So this is what has happened. So they make all this claim that we are owing them this 750 million. But in the last 5 years, 2.8 billion was spent. Now, 52 of the pump stations in Matjhabeng destroyed. 11 sewer treatment plant destroyed. The cost to fix all those pump stations and sewer treatment is 2.4 billion. But in the last 5 years, you spent 2.8 billion. But you lost an infrastructure of 2.4 billion. So that's what we lost. So we are in court with these service providers. Those are reasons why we're in court with them. Because we really need, there was a proposal from the lawyers that we need to settle. If I'm correct, is 270 million from 750 million. They are saying let's settle on 270 million. So the question, we're circling on what? Why we must circle? Because our view is that all these cases, all the service providers were claiming that we are owing them. We want to know what was the process, whether there was a tendering process, committees, minutes of those committees, who appointed these contractors, service providers, what was budgeted by council. Because for you to spend money of council, you need to budget and say, in this, like as an example, in this financial year of 2023-2024, we've budgeted 300 million on maintenance. That is what has been budgeted by council. So on the maintenance, you can't spend more than 300 million. But on this 280 billion, there was no infrastructure project that you can say, this is the money that this 2.8 billion was spent to build this hall or to build this stadium, to build nothing. Nothing. But 280 billion, 2.8 billion is not in the bank account. And these people are insisting that no, we must pay them. So we approach the AG, Auditor General. And the reason why we approach Auditor General is because we don't have capacity to investigate. So that AG, please follow up on these matters. So AG, we've received the first report that you still need more information, and we even met with them yesterday. We've also reported these matters to the Hawks, which is the municipal manager. This morning was signing number of affidavit, which is they are now these matters investigated by the headquarters of Hawks. So we are going to give support to that process. So the municipal manager has been mandated by us to make sure that he cooperate by giving all the necessary support to the Hawks. We have also reported these matters to the Special Investigation Unit for them again to investigate on these matters. On issues of land, we suspended one director on the serious allegation of selling a land of this municipality without due processes. And the value, the municipal value, is 75 million. But the land was transferred with R1. So the director has been suspended. What is even strange, the weaknesses is one of our general workers who are witnessing that indeed all the processes has been followed. It's our general worker. Two of them, they are working for us. And I suspect those general workers are innocent. I don't think they knew what they were doing. I don't think so. So the value of the land is 75 million. Transfer to an entity of a trust. The value is 75 million, transfer with 1 rand. So the matter is being investigated by a special investigation unit. And we have also opened a case again with the Hawks to investigate this allegation. I'm sure you're aware that it's about 3 months ago, one official of the municipality, senior manager, was suspended because of serious allegations of corruption, fraud and corruption. And AG did open a criminal case, and they have now gotten bail of 15,000 rand each, which is one service provider, two service provider, a contractor and consultants, and one municipal worker. And the allegation, they were supposed to build a stormwater, a dam in Allen Ridge of 7.5 million. The money is not in the bank account. There is no dam in Allen Ridge. But the money was paid to these service providers. So it's one of the reasons why you see our workers outside toying, because they suppose they have got their salary yesterday. But the day to get a salary of our workers is today, is on the 25. It's because yesterday our account was frozen. They freezed our account. So there was a case in the Gauteng High Court, which is we interdicted ABSA Bank not to release any money. So that case, there was a judgment yesterday. So we launched an appeal, which is we've done an urgent appeal yesterday evening, which is, I'm told now, they are in court on that matter, which is we hope that our employees, once ABSA and everybody have received those court papers of the appeal, then our employees will be able to get their salary. It's not because this municipality does not have money to pay salaries. We have money to pay salaries. So there's nothing that we can do if they freeze the account. So we're in court to make sure that we're able to make sure that our people, our employees, can get their salaries, which is, if everything go well, those who are banking in ABSA, they will be able to get their salaries today. Those who are banking to other banks, they will be getting their salary by tomorrow. And we have communicated, the municipal manager this morning did communicate to workers. Yesterday, we met, I called the professional secretary of SAM and COSATO to inform them that we can have some challenges. They must be able to inform their members, but still we have a responsibility as an employer still to inform our employees. It's not only the duty of SAM to inform their members. And this is what the municipal manager has done today, to inform them. We have also informed IMATU, because there are two trade unions in this municipality who are recognized. We have informed them about those challenges. They are aware. both ourselves and Imatu and SAMU, we have agreed that let's have official communication, which is the MM advocate Lonwabo. He has done that. So that's the reason why there's a toy outside, that people are toying that they really want their salary, which is, I agree with myself, I want my salary. Even myself, it's just I can't toy. And I told the MM that if I don't get it today, he must know that I'll be leading that toy tomorrow to get our salary. So that's one of the reasons why we're in court with these people. And I will make some of the example, which is media. Part of the responsibility of the media is to share information with our people. Some of the things that we are dealing with these issues on a daily basis. In 2021, when this administration, November 20, on the 29th of November, and I just want to give you some example of figures. In the office of the executive mayor, just an overtime a month, Matjhabeng were spending $500,000 in the office of the executive mayor from 2016 to 2021 November. In the office of the executive mayor, we were spending $500,000 as an overtime. So since this new administration, we cancelled that there is no overtime in the office of the executive mayor since 2021 November. No overtime. So in the past 2 years, there's nobody that has claimed overtime in the office of the executive mayor. Means that Matjhabeng has been able in the office of the executive mayor to save an amount of $500,000 on overtime. Just on media, Matjhabeng was spending $500,000 in the office of the executive mayor, which is a year take you to $6 million. In 5 years, you spend $30 million. So what is budgeted? Since this new administration, we have only budgeted $250,000 a month, and we have not even spent half of that amount. Overtime, a month, Matjhabeng was spending $7,785,000. A year, $83,420,000. In 5 years, $467,100,000. That was on overtime. So since this new administration, a month we spend between 1.5 and 2.3 million a month on overtime. I'm saying every month Matjhabeng was spending 7.7,785,000. A year, 83,420,000. 5 years, 467,100,000 on overtime. So we stopped that. And at least on this one, And I must acknowledge that we are together with the leadership of SAM, the professional leadership. They agree with us that overtime cannot be allowed, because it's not the workers who come toy-toying want to work for overtime. It's the administration that they're supposed to have what is pre-approved. So if people work for overtime and then you have approved it, then pay for it. So we've put measures that there will be no overtime in this municipality which is not pre-approved by a director, supervisor, a manager, a director, final approved by the municipal manager. Meter readings. Matjhabeng spend on a meter readings. Meter readings is when you go and on a door-to-door reading meters. We're spending 1.8 million a year, 21,600,000. In 5 years, 108 million. Since this new administration, we've cancelled that. There's no money that we're spending. We've just advertised now to have 36 meter readings. People who are going to read our meters. 36 of them. So every ward will have somebody who's reading meters. We've saved this municipality a year, 21,600,000. In 5 years, 108 million. Disconnection. So when you go, people go on the ground. Disconnect your electricity when you're not paying. And so I hope some of you, I know you can't have people in the meeting who are not paying the municipality. I know that your account is clear. You are not owing us. Disconnection. So disconnection is 250,000 that was spent, and 3 million a year. 5 years, 15 million. But you have employees, internal, who are supposed to do that work, but is outsourced. So this work now is done by our workers. Preparing your financial statement. Matjhabeng spend 916,000 a month, 11 million a year, 56 million, 5 years. Since this new administration, this work is done internally. We appointed competent accounting and chartered accountant. They are internal. We have employed those people. We are no longer outsourcing that. And this was even confirmed by Auditor General. When she presented the report in Parliament, she did confirm that we as Matjhabeng leadership were able to intervene, were able to take that decision that that work is not going to be done outsourced by anyone. It's going to be done internally. Grass cutting. On grass cutting, Matjhabeng was spending 590,000, 7,080,000 in a year, 5 years, 35,400,000. Grass cutting is supposed to be done by general workers. When there's grass, they go and cut grass. But this was outsourced. Since this new administration, this work is done by our employees, not by service providers. Collapse of sewer. A month when there's a sewer collapse, Matjhabeng was spending 3 million a month, 36 million a year, 180 million in 5 years. But look, the sewer spillages in Tabong, in Kutlwanongo, in any other area. So this work is now done by our employees because we employ some of the engineers and plumbers. It's done internally by our employees, not done by service providers. It's done by us. We save the municipality all those millions. Security. In fact, I want to start with your trailer pump. I want to give this information. Trailer pumps. I'm not sure you know what is trailer pump from the media. You know, in Matjhabeng, in every street there's a trailer pump. A month, Matjhabeng spent 6,458,400 rand a month. In fact, a month, that is what we spend. A year, 77,500,800 rand. 5 years, 387,504,000 rand. We bought our own trailers. A trailer, when you buy it, is 350,000. It's 350,000. But look how much we pay. So these accounts by these service providers, they are saying we must pay. We have about 7 trucks collecting rubbish. One contractor, again outsourced. A month we're paying 2,267,800 rand. A year, 27,213,000. In 5 years, 136,068,000 rand. Since this new administration, we bought 23 compactor trucks. Each is 2 million, 2.6 million. We now have our own compactor trucks. And the target is by end of December, second week of December, we'll be receiving another 7, which is now we'll have 30 compactor trucks. And Matjhabeng will have another one that we fixed, 8 of them, which is we'll have now 38 compactor trucks. We have 36 ward. Each ward will have a compactor truck to collect rubbish. And it's done now internally, it's not done by service provider. And drivers is our own drivers, not done by a service provider. And this work was outsourced, was done by private people. TLBs, front loaders, tipper lorries, graders, all these things outsourced. Outsourced. This jet sewer, Matjhabeng a month was paying 7,120,000, a year 85,440,000, 5 years 427 million. A month, a day, with the current service provider that appointed by Bloemwater to when there's a sewer spillage, including one has been contracted by us. A day we're paying 19,000. But from 2016 to 2021, one truck a day was spending 300,000. But now you pay 19,000. Why the difference of 281,000? In fact, 200 more than 300,000. You are 280,000. In fact, 281. So this is the amount. So this reason we are saying to this service provider, why you must pay for that? Please explain why these prices, inflating prices. Why? What was the reason? And what was the tender for that? So all these things, these are things that are done, which is worth all of them. Cancel it. And they are done now internal. You remember I told you that compactor trucks we've already bought 23 million. Bought 23, and the money that we spend is 71 million, 0.4 million. That's the money that we've spent. We've bought 9 TLBs, which is we spent 13 million. We've bought 8 tipper lorries, trucks, which is we've spent 19.9 million. We bought 4 front loaders, 13 million. We bought 6 sewer trailer unit, which is we spent 2.1 million. We bought 15 buckets, spent 6.4 million. We bought 15 tractors, we spent 7.9 million. We've bought 1 fire engine truck, 5 million. We bought graders, 2 graders. We bought 4 water tank now, which was spent 8 million. Cherry pickers, we bought 2. We've now spent 3.3 million. We've also bought a truck that is going to fix our potholes, which is about 6 million. We've already paid 3.2 million, where the 50% of that will be receiving that truck on the first week of November. It's going to fix all our potholes. In fact, in the country, where about 5 municipalities will have that truck. It's able to fix our potholes. And we've spent 200 million to buy a new fleet, which is now today, this municipality is not hiring any fleet. We have our own fleet. So this is the work that we have done, and that's why all the people, there are people who are criticizing us, who are all out. In this municipality, people some loans. I'm not sure whether, I don't think people from media can go to Matjhabeng. In this municipality, all our employees, more than 1,600 employees, they were going to this loan shark. So they will get a salary between 200 rand and 700 rand a month. Since the 1st of July 2023, we have cancelled that. Means that all our employees now, they are not deduction from their salary from these people. No deduction. They are getting their full salary since the 1st of July. So we will share this information because we're a transparent government. We will share this information with you. Why we are criticized. Matjhabeng was declared as a disaster. We got an intervention of 2.4 billion from the Minister of Water and Sanitation, Minister Senzo Mchunu. So that intervention, number of contractors, they've been appointed, they're on the ground. We are going to have about 78 projects that are going to be implemented in Matjhabeng to deal with sewer spillages, to deal with pump stations that have been destroyed, sewer treatment plant, and that project is going to be a project of about 3 years. It's work that has been done by us. We are owing ESCOM more than 5 billion, and we are owing Bloom Water another 5 billion. But you know that the Minister of Finance did went to Parliament on this when he presented his budget. That municipalities now, they have a right to apply for them, that the municipality can then be part of those municipalities where central government is going to remove that amount. So we are informed that our application has been approved. We are part of the 37 municipalities. And we have also engaged in the last 2 weeks with the Minister of Water and Sanitation, which is going to follow the same method of making sure that he present the matters to Cabinet, and then all the areas they can then, including what we are owing, can also be removed in our account. But what is more important is for our people now to pay services. It's for those who are owing, municipalities must pay. We must pay ESCOM, the current account. We must pay Bloom Water, the current account. And we can only do this if we work together with our people. And we are now in a process. We have issued, has issued a tender for smart meters and prepaid. And I'm convinced that that process is going to be finalized very soon. And they will now embark on a process of putting prepaids and smart meters to all our residents, water and electricity. I'm sure they will have an interest. What is your relationship, Mayor, with political parties in Matjhabeng? We met this morning with all political parties who are in this municipality. Political parties who are in this municipality, we have 39 from the African National Congress. The Chief Whip was part of that meeting. We have 16 councillors from the DA. The Chief Whip of the DA was part of that meeting. The Economic Freedom Fighters, they have 9. The EFF Chief Whip was part of the meeting. The Independent South African Civic Association, the Chief Whip of that council, organization, was part of that meeting. And then the African Democratic Change, they were not part of the meeting. And the Freedom Front, they were part of the meeting. So all political parties, they agree that we must stand as one. We must defend the interest of the municipality as they agreed in the last council meeting. And then what is our relationship with SAMO as an IMATU, as a trade union? We have a good relationship with SAMO and IMATU. There was a signs immediately of all these interventions since the 1st of July, where there were some challenges. But we have met with their leadership. And we are dealing with those matters, with all those challenges. And we will be meeting with the MEC before Friday, because I did receive a call from him that he really want to mediate between ourselves and SAMO. So we'll be waiting for the MEC. And we have good relationship with Imatu, yes, with all the trade union. But you know that any relationship with trade union is, they will always go today, the next morning, there are challenges. But what is more important to us, where we agree, is on the making sure that our people are serviced. So we'll normalize some of these issues, and we are fine with that relationship, and we are confident that some of these matters, where there are challenges, they will be resolved soon, because the interest is one, is to serve our people. I think that was the reason for us to have this press conference, to give this information to our people, but to update them again. But others, they will have an interest. I know that they will be asking a question. There are people who are calling you that you must resign. So I always answer even before they ask that question, and I answer it. There are people who are saying you must step down as an executive mayor and all those things. Look, the people of Matjhabeng, I'm sure more than 80%, they support us 100%. That in their view, there is some progress on the work that we're doing. The second question is your organization. Yes, the African National Congress, they have 100% support on us that we must do our work. What about your alliance? As I indicated that some of these issues we have support from the alliance. If there are challenges, they are there and there, they will be resolved. But our people, they are with us, 100%. Even tomorrow, we are going to have a prayer service in Matjhabeng Community Center, where church leaders around Matjhabeng, they thought it was important that they must have that church service. So we'll be there in Matjhabeng Community Center, because they are saying they want to show this support to us, that they are really supporting us, including all our communities, like I've indicated, including political parties who are in council. They are with us, that they think that the work that we are doing, there have been some progress, but there have been some challenges. And I think it would be naive in our part to say there were never challenges. There were challenges. So thank you very much, colleagues. We'll wait if there are any questions.
Thank you very much, Executive Mayor, for this media briefing. Colleagues, I hope that you have taken note of all the highlights by the Executive Mayor. If you look at, we have spoken about the challenges that we are facing as a municipality, the intervention programs, and the milestones, meaning our success that we have done as a municipality, even the future plans, in order to stabilize, to achieve, and serve our people diligently. Because we can learn from the Executive Mayor of Matjhabeng that the priority here is our people. If we fail to service our people, we would have failed as the leadership of this municipality. Now, I've taken note that SABC is also here, OFM is also here, Dumela News, they've joined us through virtual. That is why technology is good. We can sit in our office and then observe the proceedings of other events there. And I've also take a note that, or make you aware that the municipal manager joined us. He was here with us. His name is Advocate Ilinobongoto. He's the accounting officer, the municipal manager. You know, the mayor spoke in that we want to prioritize our salaries today. So that is why the MM is up and down. Because even myself, I'll be joining the mayor tomorrow if I'm not getting it. If he goes on strike, I will have to go on strike. And also must take note that the MMC for finance, Ntate Hloboa Mokgomo, he's also here, he's at the back there. We call him our Kodongwana, the Minister of Finance. So Leana is here today to say, we have not got our salaries, we must prioritize. The mayor is pushing him to say, but where is my salary? We also want our salaries, but we are going to get it. We are a well-structured organization or institution. You must also take note that we also have our MMC, Memo Njovo, responsible for special programs in the Matjhabeng local municipality. And I must also note that the Chief of Staff in the Office of the Executive Mayor is also here in Tate Martins. Now, colleagues, I'm going to open for you that you may ask questions based on what has been presented today. Or maybe if you might have an interest also to extend, we're going to give you that question. So we'll note. So when you pose a question, you just raise, actually you will tell us from which media company or house you are coming from. So the questions are opened. Take a note of one. I'm seeing two. I'm seeing three. So we can agree that we're having three now. Are you arranging the mic? Okay, sir. So remember, said you tell us from which media house and your name. Thank you.
Thank you very much. My name is Namsamala Kinkuban from OFM News. I have quick questions for the mayor. I think three of them. Firstly, I just want to ask. I understand that the mayor was part of the MACO, the MMCs from 2019 to 2021, and I understand that the mayor is having different opinions on whether the service providers should be paid, and is asking actually who agreed with the or who contracted the service providers. But in essence, the contractors were contracted whilst the mayor was the MMC. At least that's the understanding. Is he now distancing himself from all those agreements taken with the contractors back then when he was an MMC? And then my third question is, how many of the 13 waste water treatment plants and 56 pumping stations have been repaired, and which of those are back in operation, and how far is the repair of the Falcon sewer line? And perhaps lastly, we understand that the mayor, okay, not the mayor, the municipality has spent over 150,000 rand at a mayoral imbizo. Perhaps this couldn't be taken to, say, perhaps utilized to get Matjhabeng customer center operations back online. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Number two.
Thank you very much. My name is Tata Sanyani. I'm from One Free State TV. I have two questions. The first one, Mtate Khalifa, I heard you mention the fact that the municipality is looking into installing prepaid meters for both electricity and I don't know if this is a rumor, but I've heard also that batho ba tlo kgaolelwa dikoloto tsa bona, the existing dikoloto. So ke ne ke nahana o tla bua ka yona le yona, but I'm not sure if I missed it. The second question is, ke ne ke nahane Ntate Eme o tla ba le teng, but I understand why he's not here. What's the development on the 22 substewards who was suspended, and on what grounds were they suspended? What is the communication between the municipality and Imatu regarding that? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ndate.
My name is My name is Vegas Miller from Ground Up News. I'm actually covered with one question now. I was about to ask it. And Mayor, I just want to ask you about something that you did not mention in your speech. I had a chit chat previously with the employees, apparently we're on strike now, about the PPs. I've heard you were talking about saving millions of rands by not subcontracting or whatsoever. But what about the PPEs? Because they've been complaining about PPEs in the past few months, saying that there are no PPEs and they are at risk. So is your office aware of the situation? And then what can be done, or when those PPEs can be bought? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ndate. Yeah, I think those are the three questions. I want to check if we would have any. Thank you very much, Executive Mayor. Mr. Mweti. Check 1, 2. Check.
Yeah, all right. No, thank you very much for those questions. Let's start with this one. You were a councillor here in 20.
I said 2019 to 2021.
Yeah. Yeah, you are a young journalist. It's always good to research. I was a councillor here in Matjhabeng. I was a councillor in 1995 during the 50-50 TLCs until 2000, when there was a new municipality that was called Matjhabeng. So I was the councillor from 2000 until 2019. So I must just correct it.
Yes, but you were correct.
Yes, I'm saying I want to correct you.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Then I went to Parliament in 2019 until 2021. The supply chain, go and read the Finance Management Act. It's done, not done by councillors, it's done by administration. So I will not know that there are contracts. It's even worse if you are a member of the Mayoral Committee, because if you are a member of the Mayoral Committee, you are an advisor to the Executive Mayor. So you are advising. The Executive Mayor is the one that is the head finances of the municipality. So you report to council. So he supervises the municipal manager. He plays an oversight on the Executive Mayor. and on the municipal. This is what I'm doing now. Because all what we did was to say, please tell us on the finances of the municipality how much has been spent on outsourcing since 2016. And this is the report that we are presenting up to 2021. When the new administration, when you go to your turnaround strategy, must be informed what has happened in the last 5 years and what is your planning for the next 5 years. So that's why we're now, as part of, as we make then this commitment that we, President Ramaphosa, when he was closing his Sianqoba in Tshwane in 2021, October. He said we pledge to remain accountable. This is what we're doing. It's a pledge to remain accountable. We pledge to fight corruption. It's a pledge. That's what we're doing now. It's there in the pledge, which is President Ramaphosa presented this on behalf of all of us as the president. So we're doing exactly what has been committed by our president to the nation. So on the pump station, I don't have those figures now, but I suspect before end of this press conference, we will be able to give you figures. How many pump stations that have been fixed, sewer treatment plant, how many of them, which is contractors, they're under construction, and what is the plan on others. So I think we'll be able to give you that information. Then there's a question that is raised by Mem Metato. She's saying, I thought, Mayor, you will also talk about what you call Mandela discount. We did this in July. It's 40%. So we start from 30,000 above. So if you're owing 30,000, we give you a discount of 40% in your account. But all what we want you to pay that amount in full. We give you 40%. In fact, others, Councillor Mkhama has been persuading us that when we go to council, let's now give our people 50% discount. So we'll see whether when we go to council, we don't increase it to 50%. And others, they are saying not from 30,000, at least from 15,000. This is what they are suggesting. And then you can have a period of 2 months. If you are owing us 15,000, you can pay 7.5 this month. Then the second month, another 7.5. You are clean, like a baby. Then there must be a commitment on your side that you will not owe us in future. You pay your current account on a monthly basis. So that's what we are doing on that one. I forget the last question.
The last question was the 22 substitute the ones who were suspended. I understand one of my land colleagues asked last week, and it was said that the municipal manager was the one who answered. So I was saying, since advocate is not here.
No, my lawyers, they've requested me not to comment on that matter. Yes, they have advised me. So I stick to the advice of lawyers. He said, please, don't even try to respond on that matter. So, the advocate, if was here, was the one. I'm not going to respond on that one. I'm sorry, man. It's because of the legal advice.
Is it sub judice?
I suspect.
And it's already in the public.
I suspect. Yeah, that's why I don't want to comment on that one. Please. Yeah, I think we've done
PPE and liaison.
all PPE. No, on the PPE, all our employees are now getting PPEs. So we don't have, we can't have PPEs internal, means that we must have a factory. So we can't have a factory. The municipality is not allowed to have a factory. So PPEs, our employees are getting those PPEs. So there was a challenge. The municipal manager was able to intervene on that one. Now on the Imbizo, why you spend 150,000 on Imbizo, you don't know why you are not taking that money to customer. I want to go to the pledge. We pledge to listen, to have an open channel and communication, and we pledge to remain accountable. That's what we are doing. That's why we're spending 150,000. Is to improve public participation. So when you laute, because the halls that we are using, they are our halls, so we don't pay for that. But when you laute, you need to have some people who are doing that. So we pay them for lautailing, small business people, because part of our work is to promote local economic development. So we can't even lautailing, and it's not a one day. You pay 150,000 a day. No, for lautailing you pay 4,000 rand. Yeah, for lautailing. So we're supporting our small business to do that work, and we're promoting public participation. In fact, we are the only municipality in the Free State that since local government election, we did have more than 130 imbizos. 130. We have gone to all the 36 wards as an executive mayor more than 7 times in all the wards. So it means that there is no ward that we have not touched as this office. But look now, a month, what was spent by the office of the executive mayor in the past, 500,000 a month. We are now talking about 150,000. I'm sure it can be a year or 6 months, but a month, 500,000. And look what is budgeted is 250,000. We have not even reached that amount. I'm sure that will reach that amount in 2 years in office. So I think those were questions that were asked by you, media. And I will not answer some of other questions that you have not asked. So if something you have not been asked, don't invite trouble. So I decide not to answer some of the questions that you have not asked. And I thought you were going to ask those questions, but you did not. So God is great.
Thank you very much once more, Executive Mayor. I believe colleagues were satisfied. Why not? Okay, you have a question? You don't have a question? Or one-on-one, it's fine, you will get one-on-one. I believe colleagues were fine now. Let me thank everyone for coming to our media briefing, for also helping us in informing our public about the developments of the municipality. We thank you for your continued support, because we know that every time when we say, can you please come and partner with us in informing our people, you always come. So thank you very much, colleagues. We enjoy your support, and we wish that you may be blessed continuously for the support that we give to our people and to the municipality. Thank you very much.